wife out is when I taught her that you can put your penis between your legs, Buffalo Bill style.
Right. Okay, Greg.
Guys can do.
Okay, Greg.
Freaked her out.
Go clean out your UTI. Go pee.
All right. Would you fuck me, Nick? I'd fuck me.
Goodbye, horses. Greg, shut up. Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101. Your host, Maxwell Starr. I'm kind of officially renaming this to Bring Your Own Beer 101 instead of BYOBKA 101 because the acronym is just kind of weird. Only took me a few years to figure it out.
Wow.
Anyway, so we are going to do kind of an interesting theme because we're just like looking at clearing out the fridge, and ironically, I ended up having to go buy a beer because I didn't have a winter beer left over. But the concept tonight is the last winter beer in the fridge or / store. So either if you don't have a winter beer left, go buy one. It'll be the last one, and we're ushering in spring by drinking our last winter beers. So tonight we have with us Lady Lee and Greg. Hey Lee, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. I am here. I'm living. I'm alive. That's it. That's about it.
On our houseboat.
My beer is in the fridge in front of me, so I do have to grab it. So
okay,
it'll take me 2 seconds.
Okay, we'll wait.
We'll look at the cat whilst we're waiting.
What's that?
The cat on top of the upside down wicked pillow.
A wicked pillow. She's on that. What's her name's face?
Look, Grande, Ariana.
Ariana Grande, that's it.
Who's ironic because she's a very small girl. She's not grande at all.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen pictures of her. It's not that she isn't pretty. She looks like a child.
Very petite.
Very petite.
Yeah. Well, I think she's on Ozempic or something too. So she's weighs like 50 pounds now.
Wow.
Right. For my beer,
Manitoba
I brought. No, I wish. I brought. So this is a beer that Rob bought as an option in one of our winter themed beers, and it never got drunk.
What?
So he forgot about it. He forgot about it. I forgot about it, and I was going through the fridge and I found it, and it is from Old Credit Brewing, an ice-aged amber ale.
Ooh. I feel like I remember him mentioning he had that and he had it one of his options to drink, and then he didn't drink it. And I was like, I wanted to know more about this ice-aged amber ale because it is here.
It never got opened.
Oh,
it never tasted.
Wow, you got a top contender here. Let's move on over to thank you, Lady Lee. Let's move on over to Greg, favorite Greg, and I guess
I also did not have. Well, I'm the only Greg you got until you find a better Greg, and then you can kick me out. But until then, gotta put up with this
until we up Greg.
Oh, Nick, you're just running away with them today. Anyways, my beer will require a bottle opener because it is a thing.
What?
No, I do think.
Make sure you drink it out of the bottle for get that full flavor.
I don't think I want to drink this one out of the bottle for the full flavor, but this is one I think I may have brought before, but I'm pretty sure I didn't bring it this year. So it's at least this year's vintage I haven't brought. But it is a shelf turner at our LCBO, and it's definitely a winter beer. But that doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. So I decided, I basically decided I went to the LCBO to see what they had. And this was like, boom, winter beer. Santa Claus, 2025.
2025 Santa Claus.
14% alcohol by volume. Comes in a 330. They haven't decided to shrink the bottle on us yet. And it's been aged for us since at least November, which in this beer's case is probably a good thing.
Damn it. It's like bringing a cannon to a knife fight. Jesus. Well, Santa Claus, I guess, but nice. Yeah. I think this is already over.
There's 3 of us. You never know who's going to vote for.
Yeah, you never know. You know, it might look too much like a stout, and Lady Lee's not going to vote for it.
Yeah, we could be a 3-way tie on this very easily. Although then I guess
that's true.
Mr. Lee would be the
Mr. Lee would be the tiebreaker. because he's the only one watching.
So.
He probably has to go to work. All right. So I guess, damn. All right. My turn to follow that up, and I got next to nothing compared to that sucker. I've had Sandwich Klaus years ago, and it was all right. So I'm going to take a look at a beer, or my beer for tonight, rather, is from Greystone Brewery up in Fredericton, New Brunswick. This is Crown Winter Warmer, 7.5% ABV.
Ooh, a winter warmer.
Yeah. I'll get more into the details on that. I don't think I've actually had this, so it's spoilers about my history. All right. So I'm going to circle back around and get Lady Lee to tell us about the history of her beer, which I think you pretty much already mentioned.
Yep. We did so. It is a beer from December 23rd, 2025. So it's not terribly old. I've had definitely older beers in my fridge. Yes. It's the Forgotten BA beer that Rob was potentially going to do and never did.
He hasn't shown up
I didn't think
since.
he's in the chat tonight either. Failure. He failed me. Not even supporting me.
He's got something better or someone else better to do.
He's got something better to do.
No.
Womp womp.
Fucking athletic gay men. God damn it.
Damn it.
All right. Let's go over to Greg and we can get his history on Santa Claus, which I'm pretty sure you've had a few times before, I'm guessing.
I can. I'm just
Why
trying
not?
to do a quick Untapped search because, yes, I have had it before, but I'm trying to figure out when the first I've had it. I had it many times because it is an LCBO shelf turd for the most part. So it comes out every year, although there was a period of time it stopped coming out.
Shelf turd.
Shelf turd, indeed. So like a bad boy, I don't think I've untapped every year I've had, or at least it's not coming up. But the untapped search is sometimes weird. Let's have a look. First time it's untapped, well, surprise, surprise, November 1st, 2014. That's the infamous night of 550 beers. Or Untapped. Untapped used to ask you because they always assumed you're tapping everything in real time. So once you start tapping too many beers, they start to ask you if you should slow down or not because they think you're drinking like 300 beers in a night. It's like, no, I'm okay. Thank you.
I'm not alcoholic.
Well, it makes sense because then, like, you're doing a review the moment that you review. Mind you, if you're just tapping it just to record what you've drinking, to record.
You get a bottle share.
Well, that's the thing is I used to keep. Oh, Nick, this will excite you. I used to write down all the beers I had. I don't remember what format it was. If it was in a Word file or just some shit like that. I don't
Pen
think it
and
was.
paper in a notebook.
No, it was. No, it was on a PC. It was Word. I probably wasn't Excel because I wasn't fancy enough to use Excel, but it was probably just a Word document that I just kept track of it. So eventually I wanted to move that all over to Untapped, and yeah, there was like 500 beers on there, so I had to go through them all, and that was that took me an evening. But that was
seven Google Drive text documents and Excel spreadsheets.
Something like that, yeah. It didn't seem like that much. I think it was just literally a 10-page Word document or something. I think it was as simple as could be. I think I just had brewery beers I had from them, brewery beers I had from them. So made it easier to Untapped anyway. So I'm sure I've done other check-ins on this, but anyways, this is my original check-in for the 2013, or I think it was 2013 vintage, but usually I think they brought them out a year behind or something. Anyways, so yeah, and then the time I had this, December 6th, 2014. Then I had a 2-year age bottle, December the 6th, 2015. And I seem to think it improved slightly with age. So there we go. Yeah, and I've had it plenty of times. There's almost no year goes by where if I don't see this on the shelf, I'm not going to pick one up. Like, I think they started out at like $4.95, and I think right now they're like $5.95. So can't really go wrong with $6 for this. I mean, if it was a tall boy, that'd be even nicer. But but now I get to just suck it out of the bottle like a fucking animal. So, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna open it up. Why not? Just for Nick.
Getting that full flavor.
Oh yeah, I'm getting all that
Sure you
flavor.
deep throat that. All right.
I would,
Now
except then I'd spit Santa Claus all over the place, and that would be terrible.
Yeah, you don't want to waste that. All right. Speaking of wasted, let's go back to me here. I'm actually not sure if I've had this before. Crown Winter Warmer. I might have bought a can. Like this can is from January 3rd, canned on January 13th, 2026. It's actually, I guess for a winter warmer, that's pretty fresh. I don't know if I've had this before. I'd have to take a look. I've never reviewed it, never tapped it. Maybe I bought a can on a Russell Cinema movie night and then drank it along with a whole bunch of other beers, and that's why I don't remember it. But it looks pretty good. Maybe not quite the color Lady Lee likes, but we'll go from there.
You think Lady Lee doesn't like the blacks?
Yeah, right. So the brewery, on the other hand, I have pretty good experience with these guys. I've been to that brewery numerous times, but tried many of their different beers. I really love their coffee stout. And I took Beer Gee reviews and Redbeard there 1 year.
Who beard?
So, yeah, who's Carrie?
What beard? Where beard? How beard?
Where beard?
When beard?
What beard?
What? More north than North Bay? I don't think so.
So I'm going to go back through the comments, and I don't care if Mr. Lee doesn't like how I read them, but jokes on you suckers. I'm already in spring beers, as you should be. Lee's beer seems fairly fresh relative to what she pulls out of that time capsule of a fridge. Actually, it is. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. Up, Greg. Nick, I'm going to have to ask you to hand over control of BA 101 back to me. You have to show up first. Greg wins.
He's not wrong.
Greg wins on the beer, apparently. And he says, I was too busy with family health issues to give a shit about finding a winter beer for tonight. Hopefully everything's okay, dude.
Yeah. As much as we like to make fun of you, we hope everything is good. And once
in all seriousness, I hope everything's okay or will be. So I know shit's rough.
I think it will. I have faith, and then he can come back and hate us in person.
You know how Lee feels about faith. Come on,
I'm sure there's some God. I'm sure there's some God out there that he'll pray to.
Demigod.
Even if it's even if it's Santa Claus, pray to Santa.
You're insulting him even more. Come on, Greg.
That's what I do.
Just to quote Lee, fuck right off.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We don't even need the real Lee. We have a translator.
So yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to hearing about both your beers. When it comes to the Sandwich Klaus, I had I just taking a look back on my review channel. I had a 2010 bottle 14 years ago.
Wow.
That was a long ass time. It was an old beer review I did with Heist Almighty.
Okay, that was already 6 years old at that point.
No. Well,
if my math is correct.
I think that would have been 2011. I recorded it December. Yeah, I released the video. Here, the screen here.
So, how many years ago did you say you had it?
Well, I said 14 years ago.
Oh,
it was uploaded December 25th, 2011.
Oh, it's 2010. Okay, I thought I heard 10 years. So
you say they hold them back for a year? Well, you say you had a 2025, right?
I'm not sure if they do or not. Because my check-in, I had a fresh bottle, but it was the end of 2014. But I said it was a 2013 in the check-in. I'm kind of wondering if maybe it was, or maybe I aged it. And I just didn't put it in the check-in. I don't know what I did. I don't know what 2014 Greg was up to be honest. So, They don't now. I'll tell you for sure they don't do it now because you're right. This is 2025. Last year's 2024. They had that one in the LCBO. So if they at some point did hold it back, they don't anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at this. Looking at the blurb I put on it. Brewed each year on December 6th, St. Nicholas Day, and aged for 10 months prior for bottling. So they brew it December 6th, bottle it.
Yeah. That they
age
do.
it for 10 months because it's technically a lager, and I don't know if it still is at the time.
It's a Doppelbock, I think, isn't it technically? Or
I think so. I think it's like a really strong Doppelbock.
yeah, I don't know if you'd call it a triple Bach at that point.
Oof. Yeah, mom's medical history being popped up here, but yeah, hopefully everything's okay.
Yeah. That unfortunately sucks, you know, like somebody fucks up and you suffer as a result. But
well, that's the thing, like catch it in time that whatever ailment or whatever maybe medication changes they've made gets corrected before it causes a problem. Like it's
don't even get me started with women's health and misdiagnosis. That's the statistics are startling. It's so fucked up.
I agree. We need more money for men's health.
That's right. I was thinking like a medical issue led to I don't know if I want to say premature death of my grandfather, but it was kind of like he wasn't doing well anyway. And then he died of an infection from an IV that was put in the wrong spot. But, you know, he was already bedridden with Parkinson's. So anyway, way to bring the chat down with my dead grandfather talk. Usually it's dead dad talk.
Hey, my hot stinky cousin, as Nick likes to refer to her as, she was born massively premature because somebody
You're hotter, her sister now. So,
well, let's just say that was a good picture. But anyways, she was her mother, when she was pregnant with her, like 7 months in or something, somebody examined her and didn't correctly wash their hands. Bacteria went in there. Anyways, as a result, she was like 2 months premature. Both of them almost died. She was in an incubator for like the first 3 months of her life and has permanent heart issues and could at any point drop dead.
Jesus.
So, yeah.
Really quick. Angel.
Kitty.
All
right. This has to be full screen here. Oh.
So
Angel.
Cute.
She hates this right now. She's hating me, so I'm just going to go. Okay, go.
And let me tell you from experience, suing doctors for medical malpractice, incredibly difficult.
Also taking care of Boots as he had his balls snipped today. Ooh, at least you get it done.
Oh, no.
And you don't have a cat roaming the streets with fucking all the lady cats.
Yeah. Hey, that's responsible. You don't want them making a bunch of other cats because there's unfortunately way too many pets that are unwanted nowadays.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like the process of getting a cat neutered is a lot less invasive than getting a cat spayed.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
It's like castrating you would be a lot simpler than Lee getting a hysterectomy.
Like when we took Samus in to get spayed, like they had to put her under, and it was like, it was weird because when we adopted Samus as a like not a stray but like an abandoned cat, and we thought like she was going into heat, so we thought she needed to be spayed. Then they shaved her belly, put her on the drugs and shaved her belly, and found out she already had a scar from being spayed. So, but yeah, like she had to be kept in the hospital overnight and monitored. Like,
yeah, I mean, a neuter operation is relatively simple. It's they just basically chop, cauterize, and done. Like, usually the dog or cat comes home the same day.
It's like vasectomies or day surgeries, but like,
yeah.
Tubes tying is the
hysterectomies are not.
Well, yeah.
You're in the hospital for a bit.
Boots is a house cat only.
Angel is a house cat only.
Yeah.
All the cats are house cats.
And that's what gets me. Like my neighbors have a really cute but annoying what do you call it? A Bengalese, or was it
Bengal?
The one that's got like the tortoise hair pattern cat on it. Like it looks like a tabby, but it's got like this tortoise shell kind of, and it's this beautiful black tortoise shell cat named Buddy, who is very annoying and tries to get in the house all the time here. So we ended up just giving him treats and he leaves. But it is cute. But it's an $800 cat, like purebred cat, that they let roam the neighborhood.
Yeah, and your neighborhood doesn't have a bunch of coyotes and stuff walking around?
Oh, it does. Somehow Buddy's stayed alive out there for 7 years now. So, but it's still like the whole thought, like, man, you have this expensive a cat and you let it roam the fucking neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like indoor cats live longer,
Outdoor
so
cats. Yeah, we're done with outdoor cats. We always traditionally left our cats outdoors, and up until relatively recently, we only had one get hit by a car. That was like probably 40 years ago, because it was when I was like 3 or 4 years old. It happened at our cottage. So my cat growing up got hit by a car, and it didn't die right away. Unfortunately, they had to still take it half crushed to the vet to be put down. So that was pleasant. I'm glad I don't remember that.
fuck.
But our cat
Whatever
from the
that was, I think it
condo
was me.
our cat from the condo who was freaking out, he got hit by, I won't go into details. He got hit by a car a couple years back. So after that, we're like, yeah, we're done. We had our black cat, our old black cat, and our old orange cat. The black cat died in 21 or 22, and the orange cat was the last one that went outside, but he was already old anyway, so he just basically went on the front veranda. Sorry?
Bellini?
Yeah, Bellini. Oh, look at you, Nick, remembering names.
Yeah,
So he died. So he died. He's actually still in my freezer, going to be buried very shortly.
Sorry.
And
cat
yeah, now we're done. Our two white cats, they go in the backyard, and that's all they're allowed to do. They don't go in the front or anything. And our backyard is cat proof. So
Your
at least
cats, they're Persians, aren't they? They seem pretty docile.
Yeah, you should see one of them when she gets the zoomies. She fucking shakes the goddamn house.
Wow.
One of them just wants to sit in the garden all day, and Agnes is a little paranoid of that. She's going to find a way to escape, even though she hasn't in like the 8 years we've had her or longer. So she just likes to sit in the garden all day, and literally she'll just bury herself in dirt, and she likes that. And we're like, all right. I mean, otherwise she's fine. So I mean, she has to have a bell because she likes to hunt birds, but otherwise they're fine. But yeah, they can go in the backyard all they want. I don't care. But no, we're not doing any more neighborhood cats roaming around. Don't need to have another cat run over. That's unfortunate.
Very first cat, Pooh Bear, was tough as nails indoors and outdoors cat. It was back before the human population and traffic really exploded. He did get hit a couple of times. It's kind of crazy to think about, like, our small maritime towns, how much they've grown in the last. All those people from Ontario coming here.
Fucking assholes.
I know, right? Even without that, like the population, like go back to towns like that back in the 80s and 90s, and you think about how big they've gotten now, even before the population explosion, like the Ontario migration that's happened since COVID. Like, holy fuck, things have gotten so big here.
I'm coming to
compared to what we're used to. You're coming in the Maritimes, that's for sure.
No, I guess in the Maritimes,
but got in fights and sprayed by a skunk too, a little bit.
Oh yeah, I've had never had a cat directly sprayed by a skunk, but they've definitely gotten residue on them. All our dogs at this point, except for Arnold, because he's the fucking genius of the family. All our dogs have been sprayed by skunk at some point or another, and that smell never fucking goes away totally. Luckily, Arnold doesn't stick his nose where it don't belong.
Sasha did. I think Sasha got sprayed twice.
Oof.
Yeah. Well, Layla got sprayed once in the backyard through really no wrongdoing of her own, because a fucking skunk scaled our fence and was just wandering around the backyard, and she just literally went out to pee and scared it, and it fucker sprayed her. And then the two black ones, they got fucking sprayed when we went out for a walk, and I learned my lesson. I should have fucking made a noise or something to like check if anything was out there, because as soon as we went outside, the skunk was literally right on our front porch, just bam, and I thought I got hit too. Somehow I avoided getting hit for the most part. Like my clothes had a little bit of it on it, but it wasn't directly on me. But yeah, it's always like, okay, wait, did somebody get hit? Somebody get hit? And then it's like, oh yeah, no, honey, we need to go to we need to go to like Walmart and get like some skunk shampoo immediately. So, fun fact, if you have a dog, keep skunk shampoo on hand. You'll thank me later.
I make the stuff.
Oh, you make the stuff. What do you make it out of?
What is it? Dish soap, baking soda, whatever, peroxide, hydrogen peroxide, vinegar.
I mean, they sound like they would probably work. I mean, there's a couple tricks. if you dump like a carbonated pop on them, like Coca-Cola, now it's messy, so you want to do it outside. So you dump like a bottle, like grab a 2-liter bottle of Coca-Cola, you dump it on the dog, and then you let it dry for like not a long time, like 10, 15 minutes, and then you wash it off. It's not doesn't totally get rid of it, but it does help.
The thing is, like, it's the same with like tomato juice. Like all it does is like clean off whatever is on there. So it like kind of removes, but doesn't really get rid of the smell. The reason for it is because of the bacteria that's in there. It's kind of like cat piss. When people just like wipe cat piss with like an antibacterial spray or something. The thing is, there's enzymes, and you have to kill the enzymes to get rid of the smell. It's the same with the skunk smell. You have to kill that thing that's making the scent, because it's like a bacteria.
I think you need other enzymes to kill those enzymes.
The eye of next.
But you have to kill it, because if you don't kill that, the scent won't go away. It's always going to linger. So you have to properly do that. That's like the shampoos that are designed are made with those ingredients. And the combination I have is the same thing. Like it's designed to kill the bacteria that's in there and the enzymes that are in there, rather than just remove the smell. Because just removing the smell is fucking useless.
Yeah, you gotta have the spray that has the enzymes that go and eat the stinky enzymes.
Because if you don't,
that's how the science works.
The enzymes are the enzymes, yeah. But yeah, if you don't do it properly, it's the same with fucking cat pee. People with cat pee and they're just wiping it off casually. I'm like, no, you gotta fucking clean that shit properly. Like it's got enzymes, like all these like the enzymes that get like in there.
Fucking nasty.
Yeah, I don't think I ever want to own another male cat. The amount of rooms that no longer stink, including the room that Lady Lee has stayed in, but in the past, that now that Bellini is gone. Now I'm not entirely convinced it was him doing it. I think it may have actually been one of our female cats doing it, because female cats can have stinky piss too. So I don't know who was doing what, but once he left, any smells that were like, oh, it's in the rug, it'll never go away. No, they went away as soon as he died. So it's like, okay, somebody was doing something.
It's Angel was doing it when she first moved here because she was really stressed out. So I had to like deep clean everything properly, because like the smell doesn't go away if you just casually clean it. You have to fucking properly clean it. It's just, that's it.
Yeah.
If you have a fucking
cat piss is gross.
Please clean properly.
Female cat store pissing her over.
So do women.
Oh, really?
That's where we keep our pee.
Right.
And if we put a tampon in,
you bottle it up to prevent yeast infections.
I keep my pee in my boner, and that's why my boner disappears when I pee it out.
If we put a tampon in, we can't pee. We have to take the tampon out to pee.
Wow.
That's not a thing?
It's
I'm
like
just that was very sarcastic. I hope everyone knows that.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you don't have to, but...
It was very sarcastic. Very sarcastic. It's like, okay, so...
Now, my wife does. Every single time she pees, she takes out her tampon. So it pisses her off when it's like she puts a brand new one in, and then she's like, "Oh, I gotta pee." I'm like, "Well, you can just pee around the town." She's like, "No, I don't want pee on my tampon." I'm like, "Fair enough."
Because you do pee on the string, like the string sticks out, so you end up peeing on that, and it's not fun. Anyways, if ever you want the most entertaining reads, you just need to read either like the female Bad Anatomy or the male Bad Anatomy on Reddit, and it is a fucking hoot. Like the amount of things I did not know about myself is amazing. Like I can just turn my period off. Like I don't even have to bleed. I can just choose when I bleed.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like my wife only has her period when she doesn't want to have sex, so she'll just be like, and bleed.
Yeah. And what was the other one? Oh. We all bleed at the same time. When there's a full moon, we all bleed.
I mean, I think some women can get on the same cycle, but otherwise, I mean, it's not like everyone is on that's why they want
it's on the full moon.
The moon.
We all bleed on the full moon.
It's the moon time. You guys are basically bloody werewolves.
Yeah, exactly. We all bleed on the full moon. But then what was the other one? There's another one. Oh, there's that neuroscientist that made the video. I doubt he's a neuroscientist. Where he said that all the sperm that has been inside you stays inside you.
Oh yeah.
So whenever you're a baby, all the DNA gets molded together.
Yeah, I've heard that one, and it's like if you're a promiscuous woman, then it like it may not be the sperm of your significant other that impregnates you. It might be one of the old men that you had sex with years ago that impregnates you.
You hold on to the DNA in your vagina.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've heard the one where another dude, if a dude splooges in you, that his DNA of his sperm will actually change your DNA, so it actually starts to change you. So there you go. That's math.
Oh yes, that's two. That as well. That as well. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
What's another one? There's so many bad ones. I can't remember. There's so many really like fucking hilarious ones. Anyways, just if you need a wild ride, just take that ride on Reddit, and you will
female bad anatomy.
You'll feel incredibly intelligent. You'll feel like you know the women's body better than any person knows the women's body. Also, the guy who said that women don't get wet. Just try vagina. Please tell me you don't know how to have sex without telling me you don't know how to have sex.
Yeah,
right. So,
yeah, women can't have vaginas. It's like, what are you admitting to, mister?
Lee says, perhaps you need a Tampax. Drunk that Tampax to a teacup. Earl Grey hot piss. Ew. I don't even want to know how to clips those two. Oh, wow. It's that moon time shit. So dudes come is just the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I think it's high time we get back to beer subject here. We're going to put Lady Lee up here. She can talk about her ice beer.
My ice beer. Ice baby.
Oh, God.
Yeah, fuck
that
guy.
Venn diagram.
Ooh, anatomy of a centaur.
I think wiping your ass is gay is full circle.
Yeah. No, you can't wipe your ass because that's totally gay. I mean,
you're touching your own butthole.
If you want to avoid somebody going anywhere near your butthole, having a stinky ass is probably a good way of doing it. So,
I mean, yeah. I mean,
it's
like that
infection.
Well,
the lion does not wipe.
Details. Come on.
Anyways, beer. Oh my God. My beer is delicious. I like it. I don't know what makes it an ice-aged beer. I don't know. I thought there would be something in there that's like unique and something that's like, ooh, it's ice-aged. Like,
I think it's just part of the process to make it more alcoholic. Like, I think it's more or less, I can't remember if that one's a regular lager or what. And I believe, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's just they freeze it during the brewing process, which takes off some of the water, and then it just makes the beer stronger and more alcoholic. That's really, I think, all there is to it.
I believe that there's the essence of a woolly mammoth in here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that kind of ice age. No, I don't know. I don't know if there's any saber-toothed tigers in that beer.
Maybe. It's got a little bite to it. Anyways, other than that, like, I think it's delicious. Like, it's a really good tasting beer. This is only 5%, so I don't know what they're upping the alcohol from, like a 1% to bump it up to a 5. Anyways, either way, whatever the fucking thing is, I don't understand this whole gimmicky thing of ice aged, because it doesn't taste anything different than a red ale or an amber ale to me. It's fucking delicious. Like, I had the first sip and I was like, wow, this is really fucking tasty. So I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It has that kind of like caramelly taste to it, which I always fucking love. I love fucking caramel, and I think that's why I'm kind of into red beers.
Loves their fucking caramel.
They have that taste. It has like a malty taste to it too. So it is quite divine. I think it's a fucking tasty beer. Is it ice aged? Does that matter to me? No, because I don't taste it. Like, out of every red beer that I've had, I don't see anything that's inherently different. Nothing like in my face different. Like, there's nothing in there that screams like, this is the way you should do it. I was hoping Lee would say something about why, like, what ice aged was, just helping me out here, but he's just giving me other stuff.
He's probably trying to figure out women's anatomy, as you know.
God.
Trying to figure out why the moon time happens and all that. So he's gonna
There's
get
the
back to it.
souls that East Asians who crossed the land bridge and became Native Americans in that beer.
Wow.
Wow, we're talking channeling Lee's sister here.
Anyway, delicious.
The beer was brewed in a residential school.
Oh, fuck off.
I mean, yeah, why do you think it's red? That's blood.
Okay, stop.
When I think red beer, like when I think anything red, amber ale, red ale, whatever, I always think of like a little bit malty, a little bit caramelly. Like those are kind of like those two notes that I kind of look for. And I think that's a really nice combination of them. I think it's, I like it. I very much like it. Style wise, I don't know what fucking I'm gonna go like. I'm going to go 7.5 with the style. The reason for it is because there's a style to this. There's an ice-aged version to this. I can't fucking tell the difference between another beer. If you gave me this versus another like red ale or amber ale, I couldn't tell you which one's ice-aged and which one's not. Like, it's just so similar. Maybe there is something in there. Maybe they just did it really well. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll review another one and come back and be like, I regretfully regret making my decision. But in the meantime, I just don't see anything. So it just either means that they're not doing it right, maybe they're doing it well, who knows. But in my case, if I'm not choosing something different, I don't think they're doing it right. Because I would expect there to be like, to know that this is an iced aged beer. Taste-wise though, that's really fucking good. Like, it's really, really enjoyable. It goes down nice and smooth. There's no burn. There's no aftertaste. Like, it's really fucking tasty. I haven't been complaining too much about the beers that I've been getting, so they've all been getting good grades. So I feel awkward. But anyways, 9.5 for personal preference.
Wow.
It's not the best thing I've ever had. It's not my absolute favorite, but it's pretty darn well up there. It's really fucking good.
Right on. Sounds good. Okay, and just to recap, that beer was what, 5% ABV?
5%, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Lee. Let's move on over to Greggy. Bad Greg.
So I'll just say about Old Credit quickly. Spoilers, I've had that beer before. They've been around for a lot.
Over her, at least.
Why would I talk over her? She's a strong, independent woman who can brew her own potions on her, without us.
Brew her own potions in her own kettle.
So Old Credit Brewing, they're an old school brewery. They're actually one of the first that I actually used to drink back when I started drinking beer. And they're actually located on Lakeshore near in Port Credit, which I know none of you know where that is. Nick, it's a block away from the bike shop where I bought my stump jumper, so that'll give you some geography lessons.
I'll know exactly where that is.
Yeah, exactly. So I figure you got all the bike shops in Ontario scoped out. Right. But yeah, they're old school. They opened in 1994. They've been around for a while. Started by an older, well, I guess they weren't that older, 30 years ago, Italian couple. The fella, he just died, I think, 2 years ago. And the wife, I think, still owns it. So, but she's getting up there. So I imagine probably it's going to go to their kids anytime soon. But yeah, they're old school, but they've had the same pretty much 3 beers. Apparently they have a 4th beer now, but apparently they've had like the same 2 or 3 beers pretty much for their whole run. And they just rely on local sales and LCBO sales. And they've just been chugging along and doing the opposite of what everything else in the craft beer industry is doing. They don't change anything. And evidently they're still in business. So good for them. Anyway, I just thought I'd give that little blurb. And yeah, it's been a while since I've had their stuff. I actually kind of want to try it again. Surprise, surprise. But I remember their stuff being not complex, but I remember it being enjoyable. My beer. Anyway, let's talk about me for once. Okay, me, Greg, right here. Okay. I want to talk about Greg, okay? And don't get angry at me. Don't get angry because it's the phone. Oh my God. Did you know that if a woman really loves the man, as soon as the genital reaches the man's, she silently sucks up his organ into herself? The man
Wow.
has no need to make any effort.
Hey, Greg, your beer.
Are you reading Reddit stories?
Yes. That was just the first thing that came on when I checked out that meme. I'll post that in the chat. I'll post that in the chat. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with this. Anyways, my beer. It's Santa Claus. I'm sure most people have had it. I don't know if Lady Lee's ever tried this one or not.
I've not had it.
It's a very warming beer. It's not technically winter warmer, but it is very fucking warming at 14%. You definitely know there's no alcohol taste to it, but you feel that you're drinking something that's more than your average beer. My only real complaint about it, it's a very tasty beer. My real complaint with it, only real complaint with it is a little sweet. As you know, I don't love sweet beers, but Up and Doppelbock can be a little on the sweet side, though. I mean, this one is pretty sweet, but it's you got a lot of dark fruit and you got plums and dates and that kind of stuff. It's that kind of a beer. I'm sure you could probably pull out like 18 different flavors out of it, but I'm not going to bother with that. It's good. Like I said, only real complaint is I wish it was a tad less sweet. And I do think once you age it a bit, the sweetness is a little less so. I don't like it. It could be almost like a port, if you've ever tried that, or like or sweeter red wine or something like that. It kind of gives off those flavors, although it's not quite as grapey. So, I mean, I've had to kind of grab some bottled waters just to kind of keep myself from drinking this beer too quickly, and I don't want to grab another beer because this is 14%. So I wanted to keep myself in check and be a good boy.
Not be wasted.
Exactly. I don't want to pass out and then you guys draw dicks on my forehead as I'm asleep. So yeah, this is really good. Style as a Doppelbock. I mean, I don't drink Doppelbocks that often, mainly because nothing against them. There aren't that many available. So how often do I drink a Doppelbock? So I don't know. I'm just gonna go 9s across the board on this one. It's not in the stratosphere that it blows me away, but it's just a very solid beer. I'm just putting a 9 as the style. I don't know what Doppelbock it compares. I don't even remember the last time I drank a Doppelbock. So and yeah, it's 9. I really enjoy this beer. It's super smooth. If you just got this blank thing, or if you're just like Nick, just watching the hockey game and fucking just knocking this back, you might not even fucking notice that someone drew a dick on first script. Well played, Lee. Well, that would be a little dick, and this is my big dick head. So see, there you go. There's a difference. Lee
all you have to do is just draw a line in your forehead,
just draw the pee hole. I feel Lee and Nick need to start the bad male anatomy chat on fucking Reddit. Anyways, if you're just knocking these back watching a hockey game, you could absolutely just drink a bunch of these. Not even the warming might clue you in, but the more you drink of it, the less you'd care, and then you just probably pass out and make weird noises.
It's the perfect way you enjoy sports. You just drink enough so you don't care.
I mean, yeah, let's say if you were to watch the Toronto Blue Jays play last year, you'd need a bunch of these. So, yeah.
Sports reference. What? What? Sports.
Well, listen. Even non-sports people know that Toronto teams are always disappointing us. So, anyways, they're like the bad female anatomy of sports. So, yeah, 9 and 9. This is. I recommend this beer. I do. I probably won't be aging. Maybe I'll grab another bottle or two to age since they're pretty cheap. They're only $6 a bottle. I don't have that much interest in aging beers nowadays, but I might just for fun just age a couple bottles because why not? But I do know from past aging experience, it does knock out the sweetness a little bit, so it probably is a little bit better of a beer. Yeah. I'm sure if Paul were to be here, he'd say you have to age it minimum 10 years to make it drinkable, which maybe, but I probably would never do that.
You have a lager that's being aged just for you in my fridge.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. Listen, you bring me any old beer and I will drink it. That is a promise I make to anyone. Unless it's like fucking Chad's basement where he has the old fucking Labatt cans from the 1980s in tin cans. Then it's like, no, I'm gonna get a disease from this. No, thank you, good sir.
Hopefully you have all your tetanus shots.
I do, but I just wonder what else. Like, I don't have cancer shots. Like, that might be carcinogenic at this point.
Wow, cancer shots.
Cancer shots.
Right.
Where the fuck?
Shots.
I do, however, have my cootie shot, which is still good. So,
all right.
Shot. No, I don't. I just give them.
Thank you, Greg. My turn.
Hi, Nick.
All right. So, drop my can. Crown Winter Warmer from Greystone. What do I think of this beer? It's pretty freaking tasty. Very spicy. Lots of clove, cinnamon. It almost comes across as like the combination of spices you expect to get from like a darker variety of a pumpkin beer. Again, I don't really. It's getting vibes of being a pumpkin beer. I think it's a little bit more heavy on the clove and the cinnamon. Then you get like, I don't know. Usually clove and cinnamon are pretty associated with pumpkin beers. So, but I do get that get the nice darker kind of beer flavors that are this you expect to get from a winter warmer, like the molasses, the caramel, bits of treacle, and dark fruits. More so, the dark fruits are more on the plum side, a little bit finest than they are more of a dried fruit. There's an earthy finish to this. Nice medium body. This is a really, really good tasting. Like a lot of molasses coming out of this and spices.
Molasses.
Very, very, very good tasting winter warmer. Molasses for the masses. Molasses. It reminds me a bit of the remember that Big Rig pumpkin stout we had? It kind of reminds me of that. Or Paranormal, but it's a bit more again winter warmery with the big molasses note, and there's no pumpkin obviously in this thing here, but it's got a really nice big spice note that I'm really enjoying in this. It's not overpoweringly like cloyingly spicy, but it's like a nice mellow presence of spices in there, like with the clove and cinnamon, bits of allspice and stuff like that. So it's actually really tasty. I'm going to give that a 9 for style and an 8.5 for overall enjoyment. I think that's a solid beer. Yeah, nice. I'll have to wait until next winter to pick up another can of that.
It sounds tasty.
Buy some more before they're gone, but I don't really want to. All right, so that's my my thoughts on my beer. So, we might as well catch up on some of the comments. We already said that Greg was bad.
Yep, we know this.
Vendira Souls. Yeah, we read that racist comment. 5% for a fucking ice beer. Nope, according to Lee. Gotta be 6% or higher. You should notice the alcohol taste either from the dryness or the sweetness. I mean, really, when I'm thinking of like ice beer, I would think that's something that's been given the ice treatment where they've frozen part of it and taken the ice out of it, ice filtered, in order to raise the ABV. Usually ice beers are stronger. I'm wondering if maybe their definition of ice aged was to like cast the beer and age it in ice cold temperatures, and then they didn't filter the ice off or something. I don't know.
It was an archaeologist.
But it does sound good. Sound like a good beer. Everyone knows the best sex is just soaking. Soak the magic underwear.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you practice soaking, then God can't see you have sex, so then you can get away with it.
Willing to get anatomy wrong for the sake of humor. Your squad won the goal for the last period that contested the match round. Yeah. No hops.
I watched that sports ball game. I was very disappointed.
Maybe it's a cold IPA with no hops. Maybe it's a cold IPA with no hops.
All right, so let's roll down to the final verdict. Lee, of all the beers you heard here tonight, which one would you have liked to have tried?
Well, since I have quite the variety of choices to make tonight, I really have to take the time to deliberate between all of the possible choices that have been thrust upon me this evening.
All right, let's read all the 200 comments while she's thinking about it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We're
both
back
sound
to
really
starting
interesting. I'd be interested to try both. There's I'm one of those ones that do enjoy pumpkin beers. So when Nick mentioned the whole pumpkin-y taste, I was quite interested. And Greg has a high ABV beer with lots of flavor in it. It's a really tight match. Honestly, like I think both sound interesting. I might actually. I'm gonna go for Nick tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, I am. I'm super interested in Greg's beer. I think it's got really interesting taste to it, but it's just the flavor profile of Nick's has got me curious. I like those flavors. I really like those flavors. So
It's
I'd be
that big
thoroughly
spicy note.
Yeah, like I'd be really interested to try that. Like it just sounds like it sounds like a fall beer actually rather than a winter beer, but
It kind of does.
I would probably enjoy it and I would want to try it.
I think you would.
I think you would, and it's not at all stouty, so I think you'd enjoy it.
There you go. I was trying to make it sound less stouty as possible, and it really doesn't.
You had good. There was good, like, yeah, there was good.
What's the big thing about stouts you don't like? It's the big, bold, like coffee and bitterness note, isn't it? Like,
or the char.
Yeah, I don't really get a lot of. I get a lot of like some of the deeper like molasses and roasty. Not so much roast. Not really heavy on the roast. It's more like those malty, molassesy kind of taste flavors with the spices, which is really good.
Yeah, I like malt and I like molasses. So
there you go. Molasses.
It sounds like a gingerbread cookie, and it has me interested.
Kind of does. All right. You know what? That's actually a spot on. Wow. Okay. You described it better than I did, probably. All right. Okay. Wow. So, let's go over to Greg now. And Greg, of all the beers you heard here tonight, both of them, which one would you like to have tried?
Well, okay, I'm gonna go by each person one by one. And we're gonna go through this. And it's gonna be a long night, fella and lady. But we are going to go through this. We're gonna figure out which beer is the best, exactly to my taste profile. And then we go. So, on the one hand, I have Nick. I believe he has a winter warmer. Well played, Nick. Well played. As this is a winter style show, an old winter beer show. On the other hand, you got Lady Lee, who has a beer from Ontario, so points there, that I've tried before. So unfortunately, it's supposed to be what beer would you rather have tried, and Lady Lee has a beer that I have tried before. So I have no choice but to vote for Lady Lee because I want to try her beer again. It's been a while.
You dick. Are you just trying to get the wings? You know, Greg Lee's gonna vote for you.
I don't know who's gonna vote for who. I just want to make it a 3.
Yeah, I feel like Greg's cheating at this point.
More fun than I'm not cheating. I'm allowed to pick who I wanted to pick. I've been told in the past. I don't know who told me this, but I've been told in the past is which beer you want to try, and I legitimately am going to go to the LCBO. Well, whenever I go next time, and I'm going to buy that can of beer. Because I want to try it again. So there we go.
I think that is fair. That is a fair.
Assessment.
Now, it's not to say I don't want to try Nick's beer. I do, but Lady Lee's just brings back memories to me that I haven't had that beer in several years, and I'm like, I want to try that beer again. I want to see how it holds up.
That's fair. He knows that
we tease you, but we love.
You love my bad female anatomy.
All right.
I love your pool.
All right, my turn.
Yep.
I played.
What are you talking about? His pool anatomy?
He does like the pool anatomy.
Pool anatomy. Okay, so what do I want to try of all these? Well, we'll just give a detailed breakdown of both options. Lady Lee's beer, especially the way she made it sounds like it's ridiculously tasty. Sounds like it's a well-made beer. When I see something call itself an ice age beer, I automatically, my mind goes to Doppel Icebox, and I kind of want something that's got that Ice Age kind of flavor, or like clean finish and big bold fruity tastes and stuff like that. At 5% ABV, sounds like they didn't do that, but it does still sound very good. So kudos.
Good flavors.
I still want to try it. Absolutely. Greg's 2025 Samichlaus. I've had Samichlaus before. I would love to try that again. I'm not sure if I don't think that one is ice aged at all, but it's definitely got the percentages that I would come across as ice aged.
Maybe.
So which one of those two would I like to try? As much as I want to be a dick to Greg, I still have to vote for Greg, so that means we're a 3-way tie, which is kind of like what Greg planned. So I'm just going to put him up on screen and say, Mr. Lee, you're still in the chat. Which one would you have liked to have tried of all our beers?
You never know. I said my beer was sweet. Maybe Mr. Lee will be like, I don't want that sweet bullshit. I'll pick Nicholas Lowe.
That's described in my fuck you, Greg.
I also don't know why he suddenly made Lee sound like a trailer park boy, but anyway.
You sure you're gonna take that from him, Greg? Lee? Anyway. All right, fine.
He'll appropriately comment on my penis.
Lee?
So
I guess that means that Greg wins and he's given this hangout a neat winnering.
Jesus Christ, my pop-up blocker just popped up a pop-up and said, hey, we blocked a bunch of ads. Do you want to give us money? No, I don't.
Do your dance. You won.
Just imagine me. Here, imagine me with the pee hole.
Greg's head with a pee hole in it.
Now I look like a penis.
You want to dance?
I can do this with my forehead. Look at that. There we go. I got a pee hole on my forehead. There you go.
That's right.
You like that? You like that? You like that, Nick? Is that turning you on? You fucking animal.
You get that face vagina?
I kind of looks like a...
The question was asked at the beginning of the night.
What's next week's beer? As far as I know, next week's beer, we're just going to do a hangout next week.
Yeah, hangout.
We hanging out.
Letting all hang out.
So yeah, bring your loose shorts and just let it all hang out.
I think beer analysis will return. We'll have to think about an idea that we want to do. We all can agree on. And
I think we can find some re-anals. I think that's what we need to do in our future.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Especially since literally, like, if you go to some of the early beers we did, it was a completely different panel. Like, other than me and Nick, it was like people like Ashley's dead, Redbeard's dead, Ewert's dead. I don't even know if Ewert was on the show.
Dead or dead?
Mr. Lee is dead. Everyone was dead for that period of time. Did we ever have J. Terrio on a BD? I can't remember.
I don't know if we ever had J. Terrio on. We had Chad on.
We had Chad on like one episode, but I think it was like in the middle of the show because I think we started. I don't know if it was when we started BA 101. I think did we start BA 101 shortly before COVID?
Yeah, it was 2017. We started that Lee here started the thing. We'll add him in a second when we take the shit offline. But
wow, Nick is stringent with the rules.
Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here.
Mr. Lee likes it. So, all right, we're gonna take the shit offline. There's only one person to thank tonight because there's only one person who watched, even though there was 4 viewers at one point.
Thank you, Lee.
So I want to thank Lee for all the comments.
No.
We'll take the shit offline. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you folks later.
Bye.
Yes.
Fuck you all.
Moon time.